Divine Sunshine, coming to you with your quick Divine Masculine Energy check-in. All right then, so the first thing I want to do is to look into what is the, let me put you down this way. How did the full moon affect the Divine Masculines collectively? Thank you. Show the world the real you. So right now it says it helped him to really start saying, I got to get into my true identity as to who I am and stop putting on this fake show of front that they have. They said about the Aquarius, full moon in Aquarius. So, you know, especially when you're doing Aquarius, it's pretty much more thinkers, clear as well, very out of the box, something very innovative. So maybe this moon has helped them to kind of think of an out of the box way here with that and kind of influence. This is how currently the Divine Masculine collectively and total the overall energies is. Pentacles is 7. Where's my book? 7 of Pentacles, which is, that's more into the material thing. So collectively, where they are is tiredness. Yes, Lord, the magic of the 7 knots. A love cannot remain pure and precious over time unless you learn how to give energy to your partner. And so when I look at this, I think I did a reading with this in some ways, and it's almost resonating the same thing. It looks like to me like the Divine Masculine, it just look like he's just tired. He's not doing any of the work here. And the Divine Feminine, you know, like sometimes your partner, after you've had adult activities, and sometimes you kind of, well, maybe that's me. You kind of sit there, you kind of like thinking afterwards, like they plumb out of it energy-wise, because most of the time the Divine the masculines, period, don't have to be divine, are out of it, out of that. And so the next thing is that, you know, most time you're not as out of it like they are, like, because they have spent all their energies out as well. And so like he's out there and you kind of sitting there kind of like thinking, and it's like you got this cord here, I see this red thing, and it's just like lag, you know, this connection here. It's almost starting to feel like a ball and chain. Some of the Divine Feminines, I know they did the masculines reading, but I can feel up the energies too. And so some of them is like, you know, both of them are tired. And the Divine Masculine sees that too in the Divine Feminine, that in some ways this connection has starting to become a burden. And it's like an old ball and chain. As well. And some of them might be viewing them as that, and the Divine Feminine is not. And some of the Divine Feminine is like, yeah, that's my energy. That's really kind of where I'm at. So that's what the Divine Masculine sees that. Hearts. I always look like that's always written in stone. As I look at this flame, but this flame has been extinguished. And I see 2 cups spilled over. And so it looks like to me, like right now at this point, it looks like the love has been spilled or spent, as they say. It's been used up. And now, can you tell me a little bit clear about what has happened collectively with the Divine Masters for them to get to this kind of type of energy? Well, it's got this energy because the Divine Masculine keeps on saying, I'm going to put my anchor down in the distant horizon, which means in the future. I know where I want to land. I've daydreamed about this. I visioned about it. I've even found myself ascending higher and viewing the whole landscape of everything. That look almost like a seagull. Now, seagull, the head. Some people talk about seagull ain't nothing but a rat with wings. You know, you're a scavenger of the skies. And you're eating just junk stuff, but you ain't really eating the high class stuff. You're not really in line with like the eagle or the hawk. So you kind of like, you know, not putting you down, but I'm just saying, you know, this is what I'm seeing. And now when I see this, although there's like seahorses, Seahorses, what's the interesting fact about them is that they're able to, I know that they care for the child. So in some ways, understand that you got to get to a position that you might be the one who's going to be nurturing the connection. That's what I'm picking up, which is really unlikely. Oh, got bright in here. Which is really something of a position that most people say, well, that's not likely, but it might kind of carry and get to that, especially if the divine feminine, he feels is tired, and she might say, okay, now you take care of this, almost like when Love got to do with it, and Tina Turner, his ex-wife dropped off the kids and said, now Ike, you deal with them, cause I'm finished. He's like, well, I'm supposed to do 2 more kids, well, I'm supposed to do 2 more kids. Man, damn. And he go in the house, and then Tina is left there to take care of her. But this time ain't no Tina to take care of it. He gonna have to deal with that himself. He wants to have high honor, but I see this in reverse, and I'm being led by the guys to say he's just like, I ain't there yet. I'm not an honorable person right now at this point. It's like, and we're looking like, it's not fighting. Like, he's moving into the energies of understanding that he's got to fight. And you got to load this sucker up. It might take a while, but when you do load these cannons up like that back in the days, that sucker put a very powerful punch at the end. So he's understanding that he's going to have to kind of go on the battlefield and actually start fighting for this, because now both of the energies, the positive and the negative, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, are tired at this point. However, he knows that even with that, he knows he wants to fight, because at the end of the day, he does want to be the main male. He does want to be the divine masculine. Although he's in the darkness about how he's going to do it, his enlightenment is behind him. It's not in front of him, which that's to me is like, to me, he's turned his back to enlightenment. He's some ways he want to kind of get the enlightenment himself, and that ain't gonna work. You got to get that enlightenment in front of you. To light up the room, because it's just like it's slightly dim, but he's got the enlightenment on the table, means that's a topic that he really wants to tackle and to handle. That's where the divine masculine is. What message does the divine masculine's energies want to say to the divine feminines at this point? Okay, that's interesting. They picking it up, because that energy's been going on. It hit me like the twin flame flu, I call it, clear, where everybody's forget about the coronavirus. It's going across the board of this feeling tired, and we got to kind of semi-watch that and say, no, I'm not giving up on the thing, but right now I am on this going over and over again, but I'm still carrying the light or the torch for me being a light worker. I still want to change things. That don't have anything to do with me with this relationship that's going on with me. That's a whole different thing. I still want to be the light. So that if you're thinking those other powers, thinking that that's going to stop me from me wanting to do this and still enlighten the world and still shine light on myself, so I can be able to shine the light on the world, and so the world can shine more brighter, then you got another thing coming about what this is about. Okay, so now the divine says he wants us to mask and say, I get butterflies every time my eyes lock with yours. So again, butterflies means to me is when I look at you in your eyes, which is maybe to be able to have sight, to be able to see. Butterflies, which means again you're nervous, but also I feel that in some ways you inspire him to want to transform to be a better person as well. So that's what I pick up as well with that. So that's got like double meaning as well. That one. Let's see what time. Clear. I want to be all on let me be quiet. Let me just do what I do. Oh, both of these came out. You grab that together. Okay. A lot of times the divine masculine wants to know what you're doing. He really where and where you at, because again, if you're tired like that, and maybe you're in separation, they don't know what's going on with you, and they do wonder, what are you doing at this time? Are you seeing somebody else? Are you doing something Else, are you on your mission and purpose? Do you think about me sometime? What is that? I think it's a Prince song that says that. Do you think about me sometimes? And then he wants to know where you at. Like someone want to know where you at in the connection. Like, are you still riding with me? Although you press pause, are you gonna unpause it and still listen? Still go on this journey or whatever. Or you still have me in there. So it's like they really want to know where's your location. All that. You say you're tired and you looking like you pondering. You say this feel like a whole ball and chain. This is a burden, but they want to know where are you in this whole thing. What are you doing? And someone want to say, what are you doing? Because you like, I'm tired and I just stop. Like, why are you doing that? You're like, yeah, well, I'm doing it because you're doing it, We mirroring each other, remember? Where are you at? Same way where you at? You here? No, well, then guess what? I ain't here either. Some people say, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you doing. How about that? Catch me outside. So that's moving it. What's the heart of the matter? What's the heart of the matter? Clear. What's going on? Yes, I'm using the heart cards. So what's the heart of the matter right now for the divine masculines collectively? They want to release their burdens. We know that. He's moving into the energy saying he understands he's got to release the burdens. I thought this came out last time in the weekly thing already. Okay, you explain that to me, please? What's that about? Okay, got a mini story here. Because the time has come to clear your energies. You understand? Emotionally, they're burdened too by these things that he's got to X out. Third-party energies, karmic energies, and he wants to make it move and evolve into the dojo, which is finding your own true path to who you are, to your own happiness, to your identity, to your divinity. It's a process, these things come along. Eventually, you want it to move into the dojo, which is learning your own path, your true path of what you need to be on. So it's burdening. Again, he's telling me the divine masculines are saying, but we want to play it by the book. We got to do step by step, step by step. Ooh, baby, we're gonna get you, little girl. Step by step. So they want to do it step by step. It don't matter, that's how the divine masculines move. That's how they have their thing. They saying right now, they want to make sure that everything links up. It's not something that's done just very haphazardly. It's strategically done. That's represented by this chess piece board here. He's like, in the past, I act a fool. Like some of them say, I act the ass. I got to protect myself and shield myself where I am now for these different energies. And even in the future, I got to continue on with that understanding, because I do want to cross the finish line. Right now where I'm at is like I can't go off of anything. I'm like in the desert. It's dry. There's no moisture. There's nothing to go and nothing to grow off of this. And so right now, by me having a basis of not having anything to go off, which we know spiritually, some of them, they're not in, they're awakened, but they don't know what this all entails, what it all is. Ooh, I feel like water, something like coolness, something's getting poured into my crown when I say that. When at this point it's like, yeah, so some of them feel like, this energies, these things, these downloads are being poured to, and they're like, okay, but what do I do if I have nothing around here, no landmarks, no nothing, nobody to talk to go off with this. Also, he says time for a nap. Some things they got to put to bed. Some of the things I see this fox, but I see the fox to me in a negative connotation, which is the way they're presenting to me is like I've been a fox, like sly like a fox. I've been outwitting things. Being in player from the Himalaya mode. I got to kind of get out of that, because that's not leading me into anything. I'm not really being able to be bedfellows, they're saying, with my intuition and my awareness. I got to put this really, this sly foxness to bed. It's okay. You can use that. Now, on the flip side of the coin, it's okay for you to use the fox thing when you're understanding how to bring the material world and the 50 of the heavens, or the 5D and the 3D together, and learning how to move and have your being between two environments, two dimensions. That's fine. But then when you use it for the betterment of your own good in a wicked way, or a bad or evil way, then we've got manipulating people by that, having that gift to be able to move between two dimensions. That works against you. So they're really trying to work. They got to put some things to bed, to rest. That slyness, that sly fox, that cleverness that's not in a good way, but in a way that works in for their own benefits, as they say. Telling me serendipitous. They want to release their ex because right now they feel like some events that are coming along that are going to be fated events, and they got to really find themselves emotionally, kind of, to me, look like they like hook on to it for a ride and see where is these events going to lead them. So they feel like they got to release them because they feel like it, like the spirit might be divine time. It might be kicking in for someone. That's what they bring it, because my heart started burning. Say some of them say divine time is starting to kick in, and I feel like if I got to get some of this stuff off of here, so when I be ready to move, I can do that. Like a chess piece board, they bring it to me. The fates, again, fates are, they feel they got to release some of these birds because they feel like, again, energetically, the spirit, some of them, they saying, I feel like it's time. I can see a couple of them like raising their hand and say, it's my time. And so in order for me to do this, I got to start moving some of this stuff off of here. I got to clear me a path so that my good can make its way towards me. Okay, so that's what they showing. They say, I might be doing this blindly. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because that's a lot of what they saying. I'm blinded. Blinded by fate. I'm going by fate, not by sight on this thing. But I'm willing to do it. So it's a couple of them that's willing to actually to do that. Okay, what things need to actually change for them? What's happening Saturday? Did I say something for Saturday? Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is gonna go. She gonna watch that. I don't remember about Saturday. What I say? Okay. My mind is all over the dang place. Okay, all right. I'll look and see. Clip it. I say yeah. Okay. Well, this is it. She gonna see something when I say that. Okay. All right then. What's the changes, the life changes that the powers that be would like them to have? They want them to change on this. The powers that be want them to start moving on these decisions. Whew, Lord have mercy. God help us. I don't know what it's going to take for them to kind of really understand that. You got to stand in your soul plexus, and you got to get into your sacral. Your sacral is the one that's able, your intimacy, making things come true, to be able to create this new beginning that I feel some of them you're ready. I see a couple of them. It wasn't the whole audience of them. Where am I at? Says small gymnasium. Yeah. So it was just a couple of them that raised their hand. It's like, it's my turn. You know, it's my turn to see what I can be. Do, 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 do. It's my turn. So it's my turn. Okay. So some of them know it's my turn. They feel the tiredness, and some of them, they say, I feel that, you know, if I keep on doing what I'm doing, I'm going to lose this divine feminine forever. So I really got to get to the point that I got to release it, and I got to do this. So the powers that be say the life changes that they got to go through is their decisions. They got to start looking at the decisions that they make. And it's so funny when I look at this, look like this butterfly eye is so big. So to me, what the why is bringing me, okay, you pop, thank you, divine masculine. Popping of that, the eyes, it's got to really be very big. So opening up their vision, the way in which they're seeing things, it's got to be open. I see it's very pronounced, the little antennas that they have up there. To me, being able to really like, you know, like we have on the TV, be able to plug into the forces and the messages that they're giving them too, as far as them saying, I'm getting downloads, and using that extra sensory when sometimes you can't see it, but you can at least feel it. So you've got to really get into that intuition and your awareness, divine masculine, on this to help you to really move and understand how you have these decisions. What things do the powers that be want them to be able to surrender at this time? Clear. Okay, you went back in. Come on. Thank you. I felt like it was that. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. That means when you have these decisions, don't be afraid of success. Just go ahead and leap. Forget about, well, in the past, it didn't work out with me and the divine feminine. Or when in the past, I love, I did this. It didn't always work out with me when I put myself all into it, all heavily invested in it. Just go ahead and just do it. Surrender to procrastination. Again, right, man, powers to be is on it. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting off taking actions will attract success. So, you know, those of you all that maybe feel instinctively like, I feel like he's right there on the cusp. You know, I know Jupiter 1111 had something about some sacral things, kind of help them to kind of manifest, to go ahead and make that next leap. I forgot I got to do that. I said I was going to do that meditation too, as well. And so, you know, just really help them to go on ahead and go to that next level of really trying to understand, and that, as I almost say at the end, if some of them say, are they going to be there when we make that jump? Absolutely. They will be there. And some of them, it might be a little hard now. Some of, you know, now I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say it's going to be easy. They're going to might put up a little fight. But see, that's where you got to be, like they say, this high honor card. You got to be willing to go on ahead and fight back. Some of them battles you think it is about the people and the karmic situations releasing you as third party energies. Some of you might have to battle the divine feminine, because you have been, some of y'all been kind of right nasty. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and play no kind of pity party with you, because that ain't how I roll and that's not how I come. But you've got, some of you all have got to get to the point that you all are really showing that you are, that we're worthy, instead of Wayne's World talking about we not worthy. You got to say, I am worthy of this. You know, that's where you got to get to. Say don't need that. Say that's more fun down. Okay. No. And let's see. And there ain't no energies that you need to move to. Just daggone move. Clear. Okay. What's the message that you want to say to the divine feminines, collective divine masculines? Ooh, nice. Well, I know that you probably would say that. They say, can you tell them to please practice compassion when we do make the move, see things from a different perspective. That's true. Divine feminines, put yourself in their shoes. A guy like said, if you looked at my morning message that I did about warning, this may trigger you. And I talked about that separation, you know, is some ways needed in order to have to restart union. You know, you put yourself in their shoes and be more compassionate, and practice empathy, see where they come from, because I told you, hurt people do hurtful things. You know, I even asked my divine masculine when he was doing that, and he didn't get down all the way nasty. That was just at the height of one thing, like, why did you do what you did? And he's like, I can't give you no explanation. I don't know why. You know, and sometimes they just do it and don't know why they doing things. And that's what we're saying. They got to kind of get to the point that they really think things out. Oh, my God. And we got the union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. And what he's saying is that he wants the union. I can tell there's a couple of them, they like, please tell him this. This is what I want. The union of hearts. Wow. We start right there. I ain't pulling no other. That's the direction they want you to go. Say about that. What? That's like overkill to me. Let me see. Okay, I gotta be obedient. And the powers to be said, let me tell you where we want you to move to, divine masculine. Okay. All right. Where does the powers that be, the source clear, want to move, are going to move them in the direction of? This came right here. Empress. Interesting. Which will be the divine, but she's a high priestess in her best thing. The Empress. Okay. Which again, some tarots, the Empress is the twin flame. 2 will be the divine feminine. But let's see what this is talking about. This one. This is the number 3. Which is fertility, being able to give birth to this new beginning. This is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. My life is rich and ripe with possibilities that I can manifest and create. I am powerful, co-creator, and life loves me right now. My world is brimming with potential and infinite possibilities that will manifest for the highest good. Okay, and I see why they've kept the powers to be like, I told you to read the dang on card. So yes, this is the energy that they're saying we are pushing them towards, and this is where they're headed to, is a new beginning, being able to fertile to start new beginnings, understanding of themselves. All right, that is a nice place to stop. This is Emir. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Dreams are made of emotions. All right, so that's a miracle that I end this early on the Divine Master. I say I'm stopping 30 minutes. Beyond that, I really wanted to do 20, but that's all right. So until next time, if you like this style of reading, and you would like this to have this for your own self and find out about what's going on with your own divine masculine, please again go to divineunisols.co. You'll see me have it there, my special for the DM 411, book a reading with me for $22 for 30 minutes. There, and then also I have, if you want a live reading, that's $44 for that as well. And it starts from 20 minutes, and we'll see where the spirit leads me from that point on. Okay, and you like that, that's also, you can book the reading for that as well. All right, until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you. Like, share, subscribe. Is there anything else you want me to say? No, they say remember, and thank you for choosing me to get your DM reading. All right, until next time.